And welcome back, everybody, once again to the Obscure server Hardcore UHC Challenge 1.9. That's quite the mouthful, isn't it? Been a little while since I put one of these episodes out. I did actually try to record one, but my mic was messed up at the time, so that fantastic commentary from me is lost forever. Forever and ever and ever. Do we have... Oh, look at that. We have iron. We have gold. You can see my health. I actually took quite a beating, you guys. And nearly died, even. I ran into a bunch of witches. I was trying to cave. I'm gonna go ahead and eat one. Was trying to cave without torches, which is not always the smartest of ideas. But yeah, here we are. We're back. We're still alive. I need to figure out what the heck I'm doing, where I'm going. I think we want to head this direction. That looks like a good option. Yes. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. Darkness ahead. And crazy tunnels and whatnot. Oh, look at this, you guys. Very, very scary looking place. I have diamonds for an enchanting table. I need to get obsidian, though. So that's something to look out for. In fact, it might be a good time to go ahead and do that now. And that way I can punish all of you guys by by having you watch me dig obsidian out. Need to watch my back here, though. So yeah, another day, another episode. And another chance for me to talk about life and things. I figured I would continue my discussion of the whole pregnancy and the baby thing and all that lovely stuff. So I once again have to include a disclaimer that there's going to be some graphic content in this episode. I am going to be talking a lot about poop, mainly. So if poop scares you, if that's something that just you're not interested in, then you should probably turn off this video right now. On the other hand, I do recommend that you get used to poop because it's just a part of life, you guys. Everybody poops. Everybody has to do it. And it's kind of fun when you have babies doing it, too. I guess that wasn't too painful, was it? Watching me dig out that obsidian. I do hear a zombie here behind me. Oh gosh, you guys, I've forgotten how to build an enchanting table. It's been way too long for me. Just kidding, I got it. We're good. We'd be good. Now I can either save the books for bookshelves, or I can go ahead and utilize them. Hey, that's a pretty good enchantment right there. I think I'm just going to go ahead and utilize them, perhaps, so that I can get better things. Let's try to save that and try to get a power 2, if possible. Why? Okay, it's only going up to level 4, because I don't have bookshelves. Duh. Come on, guy. Think critically here. So yeah, poop. When the baby came out, she pooped. She pooped everywhere. She pooped all over. Like, she actually pooped coming out, which is kind of a scary thing. It's called meconium, I believe, and it can apparently be really bad for the baby, especially if they get it like in their mouth and stuff, which thankfully did not happen. Ooh, yes, please, feather falling. I will take it. Feather falling helps me out tremendously because I tend to be a little reckless. And I have a feeling if there's something that's going to kill me, it's going to be a creeper. So sure, let's go ahead and get some blast protection going. Put those guys on. What else? What else can we get? Yes, so she pooped, and I swear, you guys, like, the poop itself, whenever it's brand new like that, I almost tried to wear the lapis. I don't think I can do that, though. It looks like motor oil. Like, it is pretty stinking nasty. And it's just... You know, this time around, with my son, he was actually born with the umbilical cord around his neck, so they just took him away immediately to make sure that he's okay. But this time, they just plopped the baby right down on my wife. Oh, I should have been checking for a power 2. Oh well, we'll just go with that, and we can always do books if we would like to. In fact, let's go ahead and check that out. What kind of options do we have in the books? That'll be good. I do need to make an anvil, though. One thing that I really need to work on for an upcoming event type thing. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to talk about it or not, but I just need to work on my speed. When I was doing a lot of UHC, I got really efficient, and that is no longer the case, unfortunately. Crafting bench, please. Let's go ahead and make ourselves an anvil. 1, 2, 3. And we go like that, and then we boop like that, and we have ourselves an anvil. Fantastic. And I think that we can combine... Oh, no, wait. You know what we want to do? We want to put it on our chest plate first and foremost. Boom, got it. And this guy, let's put that one on as well. And we're already pretty stinking tough. And that's one thing about Minecraft that really does kind of bother me, is that it's really easy to get stacked, like right away almost. I mean, I haven't spent maybe more than an hour in the game, 2 episodes worth, and I'm already, like... super duper strong. Super duper strong. So yeah, the the baby pooped, and it was like motor oil, and it was all over my wife. Hello there, guy. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Okay, more of you, more of you. I think I hear somebody behind me. Apparently not. Ooh, and he dropped a potato for me. Thank you there, guy. Yeah, they just plopped my daughter like right on my wife, and everybody was covered in poop. And that's pretty much how the first hour was spent with my daughter. Her first hour of existence was spent in poop. Lovely. That's something that I will never let her live down, I don't think. And we have photos. We have photos to prove it. The wonderful part of living in the digital photographic world that we live in is that there is photographic evidence for stinking everything. I swear. I swear. This episode, I'm thinking that I'm going to... Gosh dang it, water. You're slow. You're slow. I'm going to try to head back up to the surface, I think, and go exploring. I should probably get the redstone. Oh, look, there's more stuff. There's more stuff. I should probably get the redstone for levels at the very least. That's one thing that's very, very useful about the redstone. Plus, I was kind of sort of planning on making this not only a UHC series, but also a bit of a survival series where I make a base and do all that lovely stuff, because I haven't done that in a long time. And I do actually enjoy it. I enjoy building. I'm not very good at it. And I enjoy redstone. I'm not very good at that either. I did build that fantastic contraption for my Rules That Matter series, so I guess I'm not too bad, right? How much coal? I could probably use the coal, to be honest. And there was, that wasn't the end of the poop either. More poop was to come. That is for certain. In fact, I took out a bag of her diapers earlier, and I was just like, man, this bag of your feces weighs more than you do. And yet she's able to produce that like in a day. It's it's amazing. Just a poop machine. But yeah, so my wife was having complications, and I was there to pretty much take care of the baby besides the feeding stuff. Unfortunately, I cannot feed. My son was trying to feed her last night. It was a little creepy, and I had to explain to him that, maybe doing that stuff is not the best idea. People might find you a little strange. But, yeah, so I was taking care of her, and, my wife's sleeping and whatnot, and I go to change her diaper, and they always do this to you. Like, you take off their diaper, you think they're done, but they're not done. They're not even close to being done. And that is exactly what happened. I took off her diaper, and she just started to... It's like a soft serve ice cream thing. That's what it was like, and it was like the handle was jammed, so it would not stop coming out. And I'm sitting there with already a full diaper, like trying to catch this stuff, and I managed to, but then that diaper got a little full, so I had to like grab another diaper, and it was literally like the soft serve ice cream was stuck, and I was like grabbing cups to try to fill it all up, and yeah, it was interesting, the things that we do as parents for our children, and that they never ever thank us for. This is a really good cave that I found, and it's actually a mine shaft. This is a different cave than the previous one. Let's go ahead and put our apple on the bar, just in case. And I have no apples left, but I do have enough gold for another one. Let's check this direction first. Look at that. Even more gold. Even more gold. Yes, indeed. So yeah, that was fun. One of my first experiences with her was trying to catch all the poop that was coming out of her. Oh, I totally blocked that. Alright, getting a little better with the skeletons, I think. Oh, come on, guy, really? Really? Oh, did he give up on me? I think he gave up. Did you give up searching for me, guy? Let's go and do this. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Come to me. Come to me, Mr. Skeleton. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Okay. There he is. There you are. And you're dead. And you're dead. Look at it. Look at your pretty boots there, guy. You got pretty boots. Very, very pretty boots. So blocking with the arrows does not do any extra damage, it would appear. I think getting hit does, though, doesn't it? Like by a zombie? Maybe I'm imagining things. I don't know. I do not know. Staircase. Staircase. And we have a spider spawner up ahead. This looks a little scary. It does indeed look a little scary. light it up and destroy. Oh gosh, come on, come on. There we go, got it. And the water's coming through now. Let's get that spider. Spider is dead. Lovely. Nothing's gonna sneak up on me, I hope. Can we block off the water? Block it off. Block it off. I don't think that did anything. This looks like it might be a dead end, too. So, yeah, like I said, my wife was having complications and whatnot, and they finally let us come home, which was nice. You know, everybody was like, okay, you're good to go, everything is fantastic now. Go ahead and go home and enjoy your new baby and all that lovely stuff. Let's go ahead and block off this direction. And pretty much as soon as we got home, we live up a couple flights of stairs. So I think my wife had been laying down for like 3 days, and I think gravity finally started to play a role. Oh, get out of the web, guy. So we get to the top, we get to the apartment, and she almost immediately passes another blood clot. Oh, hello, hello. It's a standoff. It's a standoff. Hello? Hi. I see you. I should be able to hit you through here, but I can't. Oh, my shield's down all of a sudden. This is hilarious, you guys. See, that seems kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird to me. Oh, I don't know. I should probably eat this other apple, just to be safe. And I am nearly out of torches. Let's go ahead and do that. Gosh, this place is all funky, isn't it? Oh, okay. No. Let's go this way, then. I have a feeling a creeper's gonna try to fall on my head or something. And, yeah. Fantastic. Good job there, guy. She passed a blood clot, and you know, you go to like WebMD and stuff, and those places are just they just scare the crap out of you. But it's said, and we were even told by the nurses, that if there are any more blood clots larger than either a 50-cent piece or a lemon, which I think are two very different, measurements, two very different sizes, but if there are, that we should be concerned. Let's go ahead and check and see what's behind here. And she actually ended up passing a blood clot that was like the size of a softball. Like we saw it, and I can't imagine what she felt like having to pass it, but we saw it and we both kind of were like, okay, something is terribly, terribly wrong here, especially because she started to feel kind of weak again, and we just assumed that the bleeding was still happening, So, anyways, and it looked, yeah, not very pleasant. I was like, oh my gosh, you had like a second baby in there, but yeah. Anyways, we called the doctor, and the doctor was like, well, as long as she feels all right, then, everything should be okay. And it turns out that she's doing just fine. Still recovering, still a little weak and whatnot, but she's doing much better. Do I already have? I guess I already have 64 coal. All right, well, we can get some more. One thing that the whole experience, the whole process really made me think of, though, is just those kind of like life and death experiences that we have. And I know I've talked about a few of these things before on my channel, but if you're new, maybe you've never heard them. But, I once wrote a story about how I don't know how to respond to death. I mean, I think I have a better understanding of it now, and I wrote this essay when I was like 24 probably, so it's been about 5 years, I think. But I don't know, whenever people die, it's kind of like, that's part of life, that's what happens. I have a very vivid memory of my grandma dying when I was probably about 6 or 7, and my mom calls us in, and she, explains the whole thing to us. And I'm kind of just like, whatever. My brother's like a breakdown crying, and they're just, scared and whatnot. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I know I was 6 at the time, and maybe I just didn't understand it. Ooh, look at that gold. Look at that gold. Another name tag as well. And the pretty music. And the pretty music. This music just carries so much meaning for me. It really does. Minecraft has been a huge part of my life, and every time it comes on, I really do get kind of tingly on the inside. Oh, nice shot there, guy. Let's go and eat this apple. And let's charge! Charge! Oh, gosh. Oh, which way are you going? Alright, we're good. We're good. I'm so bad, you guys. So very bad. We need to head up and get more apples, I think. You go away too, Mr. Bow. I don't need you. Yeah, I don't know. The whole experience, though, it made me really think a lot about death once again. How do we process these things and whatnot? I know I'm getting really deep, you guys. Getting very deep right now. But, you know, and I'm pretty certain I've talked about this before, but I have had a couple of close calls myself. Any more? Any more? Nope. And, oh, look at that, you guys. We're just swimming in the gold. Swimming in the gold, indeed. Look at these two water sources. That's kind of cool right there. And even more gold. Oh my gosh. You guys, it's almost time to make a notch apple, I think. So I actually have a couple of things that I want to talk about as far as death goes, but I think I'm going to talk about the one that involves me, and the next episode we'll talk about the one that involves my son. But this one, I was probably about... Oh, this is interesting. I was probably about, I don't know, 16 at the time, I want to say. And was out with friends in the foothills near my town. And by foothills, I just mean large dirt hills. You know, and teenagers always go out there and they ride their trucks and their quads and their dirt bikes and all that kind of stuff. And we were out there in my friend's little tiny truck. It was not a big truck whatsoever, and he pretty much bought it just so that he could take it out to the foothills and wreck it, and just, you know, do all kinds of bad things to it. This is a really nice mine shaft. It's large. Seems like there's lots of good stuff in it. Enjoying myself thoroughly. And we're doing the off-roading stuff, and of course we had been drinking. You know, having older brothers, you tend to be exposed, or older siblings in general, you tend to be exposed to things that you otherwise would not be exposed to at a much younger age. Not that I blame my brothers for anything, but is that it? I guess that's it. Alright. Now I'm getting all disappointed. It's not as big as I want it to be, dang it. Maybe we should start heading up if we possibly can. But, yeah, once again, we were... I guess I got that one. I think that may be one of the first ones that I found, which I showed last episode, but of course you guys were not here to see that. Or I have not shown it, or however you want to describe that. And anyways, we're in the truck. Oh, this room always freaked me out, because it always seemed like spiders were nearby. Although I don't think that's the case. Did they, like, change mob spawns? It seems really, really peaceful in here. I know I made ladders. Yes, indeed I did. Oh, I gotta place them right, though. And he's doing, like, you know, this guy who's driving. I should have never trusted him to begin with. We went on a cruise a while. It was probably around the same time as this. No, it was much later, actually. So I guess I wouldn't have known not to trust him. But anyways, we went on a cruise, and, like, on the return ride home, he tells me to speed up, right? And I'm like, okay, whatever. And we're right by his house, and he's like, are you ready? And I'm like, ready for what? And he pulls the e-brake. And he tells me, spin the wheel! And I spin the wheel while he's pulling the e-brake. And, you know, we do, like, one of those cool, like, action movie turns. And it was actually really well done, too. So he knows what he's doing in a car. And even though he's wrecked his bike a couple times. But anyways, I'm getting way off topic here, way off topic. At one point, again, I'm in the back of the truck, and I'm hanging on with like two other guys. We're hanging on to the cabin where people sit, and we're standing up in the back of this truck. And he's probably going about 40 miles an hour, and then hitting the e-brake and taking the turns all hard and whatnot. At one point, I just kind of, I don't know what happens. I just kind of fly off, fly off the truck. And land, and it's dirt. You know, I land, I scrape up my back really, really bad. I hit my head. I may have had a concussion for all I know. I'm not entirely sure. And, you know, they check to make sure I'm okay, and I am. I'm doing just fine. And of course, being the teenage guy that I was, hanging out with my older brother's friends and stuff, what do you think I did after I fell off? Was I gonna complain? Was I gonna sit down and you know, go you know, be a... I'm not going to say anything about it, but just as a teenage guy, you want to kind of prove yourself, right? Be manly, that kind of stuff. Be tough. And so that is precisely what I did, is I got back up on the truck and held on some more and went for another ride. And did just fine, actually. We ended up leaving that area. Okay, this is actually a different village that I found. So I'm about 1,200 blocks, so you guys can actually see where I am right now, in case you want to join on the server and come and try to find me. You actually have my permission to come on and try to kill me, but you have to actually catch me on the server, which is kind of rare. Kind of rare. I know some people have been on and have died already as well. So I think when that happens, you turn into a spectator. But anyways, so I get back on and we're leaving the place, and we're now on asphalt, which is a little different compared to a dirt road. And it happens yet again. For whatever reason, I slip, or honestly, this time I felt like I kind of just let go. I was just like, whatever. I survived last time. I'll do it again. Just let go, TJ. Just let go. Let the wind take you away, and take me away. It indeed tried to, but this time, a good friend of mine who was back there with me managed to grab me as I was falling out. Maybe we'll build in the snow. I would love to build in like an ice biome, in one of the newer like ice spike biomes, because I've never built there, but they're very rare. Actually, what direction is that? Is that taking me... Okay, that's taking me back towards spawn. I don't think I want to go that direction. Let's head this way. So he grabs me as I'm falling out. And honestly, that may have not been the smartest thing to do. I know he was trying to save me, but what happened is I end up hanging from this car, this truck, on the side of the truck, and the guy up front who's driving has no, idea that I've fallen off yet again. And my buddy is just trying to hold on as best as he can, and all I remember is seeing like the tire like inches away from my face, just spinning, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, this is it, I'm gonna die. And it's one of those moments where everything flashes before your eyes, and there really wasn't much to flash before my eyes because I was so young, but it was terrifying. And my buddy could not hold on, and I think this is why it made it so dangerous, is because, the momentum is I'm kind of swinging back and forth away from the truck and towards the truck. And if he had let go when the momentum was going towards the truck, I very well could have ended up with my head directly underneath the tire. And you guys would not be watching this video right now. Thankfully, I landed and, scraped out myself, even worse. And this time I didn't hit my head, but it was just, landing on asphalt I was probably going about 25 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour. Not very pleasant. So that's one of the near-death experiences from my life. And a little side note as well, a little PS. Actually, in between falling off the trucks, I fell down one of the foothills, and they're not small. I know I said they're like little dirt hills, but they're not small. And some of them are rather steep. And we were walking along this really kind of narrow ledge, and this was not my fault. I don't think it was the booze. It was just that we had 8 guys trying to walk along this little narrow edge, and the dirt gave out below me, and I fell down this hill. And it's like a little ravine, and all sides are just super steep. And they didn't know how to get me up out of there. And I tried to climb out of there about half a dozen times, and each time it was just like, nope, slide back down, slide back down. I was afraid of snakes. This is like nighttime out in a desert. It was very creepy, very scary. And I thought for sure, I was like, well, they're just going to have to leave me here and go get police, and then everybody's going to get in trouble for underage drinking and all kinds of stuff. But thankfully, I found one edge of this little ravine that was not too steep, and I managed to pull myself up like by grabbing onto the plants and stuff. It was like a scene out of Indiana Jones or something. It was crazy. Crazy. So, I don't know, that was one of the more exciting nights from my youth, I must say. Yeah. Well, I see a lot of like plains and a lot of forest, which the forest is nice because of the apples, but I want to find something kind of unique if possible to potentially set up shop in. Get a chicken farm going so I can get lots of arrows and whatnot. And next episode, I'll be talking about another near-death experience, although this one involved my son. So a little different, and definitely much more urgent. Like, when I was thinking I was going to die, I was like, well, it's just me. But when it's somebody who you're supposed to be taking care of, it's a very different feeling, I think. We could do the covered forest. That's possible, I suppose. Never built anything there either. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And like I said, I am prepping for an event. I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything about it or not, but you can definitely expect to see a special video, as long as everything works out all right on my end, and on their end, I guess. But a special video here within the next week or so, so keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, that's going to be it from me for today. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time, Mr. Piggy.